Even though the Scream movies can be scary, there are some these 10 great horror movies out there that are better than Scream that will give you nightmares. Number 10 Freaky. This slasher movie had a lot of creepy moments, but they were all good. In the movie Freaky, a high school student switches bodies with a serial killer, who then goes on a killing spree. The movie was a good mix of scary and funny, and Vince Vaughn and Catherine Newton were especially good. It's still fun to watch after you've seen Ghostface's latest kills. Number 9 The Final Girls. The Final Girls is a great choice for people who like horror movies, especially people who like Scream, because it's about thrillers. The main character, Max, lost her mother a few years ago. Max and her friends watch the movie, and when the theater catches fire, they escape into the movie. Both The Final Girls and Scream are funny horror movies that don't take themselves too seriously. Scream takes a meta look at some of the most common horror tropes and talks about how to stay alive. In The Final Girls, the characters are right in the middle of a scary movie. Number 8 Sinister. Blumhouse has made some of the most popular horror movies of the last 20 years, and Sinister is still one of their most disturbing works. Scott Derrickson makes a pitch-black horror movie in which Ethan Hawke's character becomes obsessed with a series of murders from the history after he finds home video of them. All of the home videos shown in Sinister are scary, and the audience gets as tired of them as Hawke's character does. Even though bringing in a supernatural being at the end wasn't the best choice for the movie, it still has a strong, sad ending. Number 7 Nightmare on Elm Street. You can't beat the classics, and Nightmare on Elm Street is still one of the best horror movies ever made. In both movies, the killer, unlike Jason from Friday the 13th or Michael Myers from Halloween, talks directly to his victims. So, if you already like Scream a lot, this is a great choice. Freddy Krueger is just as scary as the killer in Scream, maybe even more so because he comes to his victims while they are sleeping and dreaming. Number 6 Hush. Horror movies about home invasions have become a popular subgenre, and even Scream uses many tropes from this subgenre. Hush is a lot like Scream, but instead of buckets of blood and a huge number of dead bodies, director Mike Flanagan focuses on atmosphere and dread. In Hush, the main character is deaf, which makes her even more helpless when her attackers attack. Hush turns into a thrilling game of cat and mouse, and it shows that smart ideas and well-developed characters can be more important than creative kills. Number 5 It Follows. It Follows, a horror movie from 2014, is great for people who liked Scream because it's a classy story about a group of teenagers who are afraid of dying. After she has intimate relations with her boyfriend, Jay finds out that he has given her a scary curse. She will always be followed by something invisible that will kill her in the end. You can only stop it by giving the curse to someone else. It Follows has the same smart tone as Scream and is also about characters in high school, which is a great setting for a horror story because high schoolers are dramatic and feel everything very deeply. Number 4 Babadook. The Babadook is used as an example of high-level horror in Scream, which comes out in 2022. However, Jennifer Kent's first film as a director is a much scarier and more powerful story. In The Babadook, a scary creature keeps bothering a single mother and her child, but the movie is really about parenting and how hard it can be on parents who aren't ready for it. The Babadook is great in every way, and its tense atmosphere is more mysterious and scary than the question of whether or not Ghostface will attack in Scream. Number 3 The Invisible Man. Juano's most recent movie, which is an update on Universal's The Invisible Man, is one of the best movies of 2020 and shows how scary it would be to face an invisible threat. The Invisible Man by Juano is a thoughtful look at gaslighting and unhealthy relationships, and Elizabeth Moss gives her performance her all. It's so well done in every way, and it's a horror movie that makes people think as well as scares them. Number 2 Hereditary. Hereditary is the one that really gets to you with its oppressive and powerful horror. The number of people who die in Scream is higher, but Hereditary is on pain and loss that is held together by amazing performances, especially Toni Collette's fragile work as Annie, a mother who is hurting. It's both a horror movie and an interesting look at people. Hereditary completely controls its audience and leaves rhythm open to scares that are out of this world. Number 1 Halloween. Halloween is number 1 and lot scary franchise than Scream. There are a lot of similarities between the two slasher movies, and the first Scream even uses John Carpenter's movie and its music in a funny way. But while Scream has a lot of dark humor, Halloween is mostly sad and not funny. Halloween is not only a very scary horror movie, but it is also a great piece of filmmaking. The film is very simple. Michael Myers is scary and silent, and if Michael Myers fight Ghostface, Michael will give him experience worse than death. Subscribe for more videos like this. Also check out other videos.